Picture?
Whole family, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should walk over there and ask them where they're from.
Oh.
Castle. As we begin the riding portion of your tour, we ask for your cooperation. Please stay seated at all times and keep your head and arms inside the windows. Please turn your cell phones to mute. You'll notice the hillsides are also covered with grasses. With the winter rains, these water buffalo, bison, and more than one.
With reference to this will probably be the third iteration at this point. We're talking about first version of this should have been a road course. There was a kind of a reflectory pond, if you will, just to kind of walk around in. Second version of this was about late 20s.
The changing room is right up here, so the little doors here, but the changing room until you come back here.
I know that we have access, would you believe? There is nothing through that door, just storage. All the rooms are on the second of the 200 levels. Strange. Weird stuff. The smallest of the three cottages to the front is stored through here.
I bet he has to be pretty good shape. Climb all these steps.
This mashup of all this different type of art was really common, centuries ago, because we're talking the silk trade went from Venice, Italy, all the way down to Shanghai. So that was kind of a crossroads for trade. So to see things like this in recent time, very common. Perspective for you. You've been traveling all day long, okay? All day long. You get up here. It probably took you about 6 hours to get here once you landed from wherever you were. Boat, train, plane, whatever. Got up here finally, and maybe you need to make some calls. There's a switchboard here 24 hours a day. You can call anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. It's always being occupied, so you need to call someone, we got you, collected it, and then we built around it. A lot of the tapestries are so large in this house. He bought the tapestries, told his architect, I trust you to find a place to put these. And
Oh my gosh.
so this area was very particular. This is one of the shared libraries, and again, this is about 3,100 novels in here. If you wanted to read any one of these books, you could. Mr. Hearst had plenty of people working for him, namely a couple that were very famous literary masters, Scott Fitzgerald, Walt Whitman. Some is Mr. Hearst's bedroom, so please, I'll have you go ahead and check it out. I'll be following. Okay. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. So, very much so. And remember, this is a weekend house. We know he came here about approximately 26 times. Did a lot of his shopping out of magazines, circle it, whatever, and then send it to a buyer, and it would just show up here. This, by the way, was the popular actress in Hollywood. Marion Davies would probably be the equivalent of a Taylor Swift today. That's how popular she was. And for one or two reasons. A, she was an actress. B, she was a really is because she made the transition, like a lot of actors and actors didn't, from the silent films in 1929 to the talkies. And we had no idea this woman had a lisp until she got into her first movie, 1929. Had a lisp. This is Mr. Hearst's Gothic study. So, as part of the Gothic study here, when he first got there, an attic almost, right? We're 3 stories up at this point. The ceiling stopped, so that was that. She stayed up here. So Mr. Hearst wanted to really keep an eye on her and make sure she had a great time so she wouldn't write about him.
So, was he practicing kind of keep your enemies close to you?
There you go. You said it. You said it. So as it stands, it is much wetter. And so would you do me a favor? Would you shut that door for me? Only because we're so high up. Birds love to fly in there. It's just one of those things. So I keep forgetting this is because of those two coins up there. Very, very particular. Those are from 15th century. They're Spanish. The family that did that art, which is terracotta with the green, yellow, orange, blue, and white glaze, they died, I'm afraid, without sharing any secrets on how that was done. We can duplicate those colors now, but architecture plans, but never got done. And arguably, it's still looking pretty rough. This is the way it ended up. Watch this, sadly.
Often sunny when the fog shrouded the coast during the summertime. Later in life, Mr. Hearst said that the road was so steep and the way so rocky that he only managed by hanging on to the tail of my pony. George Hearst knew California's landscape well, having traveled west as a miner.